What I'm going to talk to you about now is just about the climate change and energy security framework. It may sound a bit dry, but we're putting all our energy and inspiration from a team and my colleagues in the City Council into trying to get this on the road. And so I'll take you through that now. I'm not going to dwell on this. I mean, people have said this, that Bristol is such a fantastic place, and the agenda has been moving forward. I think Alistair said it started in the 70s. It probably started before that. It started before my time in the city anyway. So the work has been going on, but what we're doing now is actually moving into a new phase, a real step change in activity about what we're trying to do and the targets we're trying to hit. The final one, the Get Serious about CO2, was the Friends of the Earth campaign in the run-up to Copenhagen in December, and this is the thing that's led to the climate change strategy. Okay, so what the Friends of the Earth were asking of the Council in December was to sign up to these commitments, and as has already been said, that these have been signed up to unanimously within the Council, and so this is what's driving our work forward now. And just to put it into national context, which is a changing context, we've got a new government. This was a graph produced by the previous government under the Climate Change Act, and it's talking about the measures that they will introduce nationally to reach the 34% target the government had adopted. So what does it mean for Bristol? Because we've adopted a 40% target by 2020. Well, it means that we're going to have to do more of everything. More in terms of homes, existing homes and new homes. More in terms of transport. And more in terms of what they call organisations, which is the business sector, the public sector and everyone else. So we've got a lot to do. The Climate Change and Energy Security Framework is the Council's declaration in response to the Get Serious campaign. Basically what it does, it sets targets for 2015, 2020 and 2050. 2015 we're talking about a 25% saving in carbon, and the base year for all this is 2005. In 2020 it's 40%. And at the moment we still retain the 80% target that we previously had. Now, more importantly, it starts to allocate responsibilities to people. David Bishop, the Director of City Development, has said that he has actually got the responsibility to deliver the transport target in particular, and so he's duty bound to try and deliver that. What we're rapidly trying to do is to build up this technical evidence base behind the commitments in the strategy, and I'm not going to go through every of them because it's divided into strategic activities and 1 year action plan, and there's 20 strategic activities and 40 actions within the framework, not to be delivered by myself but to be delivered throughout the council under those allocated responsibilities. It also seeks action from partners, recognising the City Council can't do everything, and the key thing is this has to be delivered through the Bristol Partnership and through the groupings that spawn from the Bristol Partnership. The organisations, the national measures, is one of the biggest sectors where the previous government expected to make the major changes, and for us locally that's quite important because we don't actually have many tools in which to get action from businesses and the public sector other than the voluntary action that the Green Capital project represents. The final piece of the jigsaw that the strategy does is about investment, because what we're talking about is a major energy infrastructure, an infrastructure that we haven't got in the city. We haven't got massive renewables in the city. We haven't got community heating schemes in the city, and so we're looking at ways that we can raise the investment to develop these schemes, and obviously it will have to be done in a way that pays back loans and however we get this investment. So all that work is underway now, and I can't actually give you facts and figures about what we're doing because the framework was adopted at the end of February, so we're now rapidly trying to work through all this and actually start to give a realistic scenario of the numbers of photovoltaic schemes we want in the city, the number of people we want to shift from using their cars to less carbon intensive transport. But that work's underway. So what I just thought I'd give you is the sort of picture that maybe we're trying to achieve here. Buildings are a big source of carbon emissions in the city, and we have to, between now and 2020, put in place a scheme to make sure these buildings are highly carbon efficient. And that's really got to be the number one priority. The problem with planning all this is that there are times when it's appropriate to make interventions, and we've just come on one for transport because transport planning is done in 5-yearly plans, and they're just working up, my transport colleagues are just working up the preparation what's called Local Transport 3, which starts March next year. And so if you imagine that 5-year plan is a really crucial time to get the carbon interventions in place. So we're having heated discussions with our transport colleagues about that now. And what we're hoping to see from that is, an extension of current projects like Cycle City, making real success in getting people to walk and cycle more. And we'll also see a lot more electric vehicles. That's the clear drive from the government and policy. We're just working through the list. I just want to say the strategy is not just about climate change mitigation. It's not just about reducing carbon, but it's about making sure the city is ready for these intense weather events that we're predicting, and it's also recognising some of the discussions we've had this morning about food and how important that is in the carbon agenda. So I probably won't get a chance to summarise, but this is the programme as it is. It's all very new. We're working really hard at it, and we hope that it meets the aspirations of the people that are presented to the room today. So thank you.